Train 262 Heavy, wind calm, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff, caution wake turbulence, previous departure, Heavy 777.
Hello and welcome to Pyeong Taek, Korea. We're here aboard our H-13 Sioux, the helicopter that defined the Korean War, mainly because most of us know this helicopter from the TV series MASH. Captain Benjamin Pierce and the rest of the gang running up the hill to the Sioux as it comes in with the wounded soldiers right before they go and try to make out with Hot Lips Houlihan. We get inside our helicopter and we're like, oh no, we don't have a virtual cockpit. Well, actually we do. It's a big bubble canopy and we don't have much in the way of gauges. In fact, we have like nothing in the way of gauges, which, you know, it was a simple helicopter. So simple, in fact, it's powered by one Lycoming TVO 435A1A that produces 260 horsepower. We are talking about a piston engine here. This is not a turbine engine. This is a simple piston engine like you'd get out of your car, basically. Let's go ahead and take to the skies in our classic helicopter. We are flying with the Greek livery because I couldn't find anything else, honestly. Alright, here we go. Let's go to the skies. We have a top speed of 105 miles per hour and a maximum range of 273 miles. We have no armament. At one point they tried to mount machine guns on this aircraft, but they found that the recoil from the machine gun actually overpowered the Lycoming engine. So the engine was unable to handle the power of the machine guns. First flight of this aircraft was 8 December 1945. I'm trying to be careful because helicopters and I. That was built initially as an observation and light scout, or observation and light utility helicopter. Hence the bubble canopy makes observation much easier if you can see everything, right? Yes. Yes. Oh, look at our arm works. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, that looked wrong. All right. Now, of course, during Korea, it became the primary medevac transport. Helicopters being the perfect vehicle for medevac. You can get into areas that no other vehicles can get to and get the soldiers out. And they were brought out when they were on the Sioux. They had skids. On the skids, they put panniers, or you know, you see them on MASH all the time. The guys come in on them. Now the thing is, on MASH they have a clear acrylic piece on there. Later in the war they did have that, but initially it was like a capsule that they put them into, and it was dark. Now imagine you're a soldier, you were wounded, you know you were wounded, and you were sedated at the frontline medical facility, and you pass out, and then you wake up and it's dark, it's noisy, and you have the feeling of flight. How scary would that be? But if you made it to the MASH unit, you had a 97% chance of survival. That is how effective those units were. And really it was part of a whole study around the survivability, and the golden hour is what came out of that work. We hear about the golden hour, and it's really from the moment you get injured, critically injured or seriously injured, you have about 1 hour to get to the hospital to prevent serious injury. It's an important window of time, and it's something that search and rescue units and medevacs live by even today. Now, of course, the pilot, being up here in his big bubble canopy, is sort of exposed. There's no armor on this canopy. It is not an armored canopy. Additionally, notice on the side, those are saddle fuel tanks. In the Greek colors, they look like a bullseye. Those are unarmored as well. There's too much weight to carry armor on these helicopters, so you had to make do. Again, not really an aircraft designed to go into combat, but a very important helicopter in the history. It really proved the concept of a medevac. And now today, you know, we sort of take for granted that if we got seriously injured in a car wreck or something like that, that a helicopter will come and take us to hospital. But up until the Korean War, that wasn't necessarily true. I'm trying so carefully to land this helicopter. I don't want to break it, don't want to break it. Ah, and we did it. Ah, there we go. Alright, so let's check out our keys. So Shift 1 gets us that panel that was on the side. Yep. Shift 2 gets us our radio stack. I do like that in the virtual cockpit, the radio stack just sits up here. I mean, yeah, it's kind of really black along the back here. But to me, it looks, you know, like it wouldn't have been there. They wouldn't have originally had something quite like this, especially something like that. But it looks like it was added after the fact, but it was added what looks mostly appropriately. It doesn't look like it's just like slotted in there. You get some of these mods that the radio stack just looks so completely out of place in the aircraft, but I like that one. Shift 3 is a very small GPS unit, and there's no 4. Okay, so we're already out of panels. Ooh, look, we got a map. Where's that map of? Whoop. I have no idea where that map is. One of you will probably tell me exactly where that map is. Anesse Methet? Looks like an airport there. Okay, anyway, yeah. There's an interesting map in your cockpit. Do we have doors? Yes, we do. There we go. Look at that. Doors. Yay. Actually, I actually did fly in one of these in South Carolina. They didn't have the doors on. It's a neat ride. It's simple. It is just a very simple aircraft, but a very important one for what it did to revolutionize the concept of wounded care and medevacs. So there we go. This is the H-13 Sioux. A link for this helicopter is down below in the description. I do like this helicopter. It looks really nice, well detailed. Not a lot there, but this helicopter didn't have a lot there. In fact, let's shut down her engines. The one complaint, if I had a complaint, the one complaint is the engine sounds like a turbine when it shouldn't. But that's really down to sound filing, and you can fix that if you really want to. There we go. That's the H-13 Sioux, one of the famous TV helicopters. Till next time, it's been Captain DerTebbers landing our vintage helicopter without a crash. Till next time, bye.